Hello everybody, and welcome to my playthrough of Fallout 3 on the Magic Monkey Games channel. I have been trying to get this playthrough out for a couple of days now. Essentially, I screwed up the recording settings on the previous recordings I did with the playthrough, meaning that I lost about an hour and a half of footage, basically meaning that you didn't see the creation of my character, none of that. So I'm starting a new playthrough. I've also added a mod that completely removes the intro of Fallout 3 because everyone has seen the intro to Fallout 3. I swear to God, this game is from like 2008. It's almost 10 years old. You should have seen it already. But anyway, if you haven't watched a Fallout 3 playthrough, if you haven't played Fallout 3, you should probably go and do it. But if not, then you can sit back, relax, and watch me play a video game.
Let's see. Are you a boy or a girl? It's a girl? A girl! We've got a daughter, Catherine. A beautiful, healthy baby girl.
Oh, James. We did it. Oh, daughter. Oh, our beautiful daughter.
You've got a bright future ahead of you, sweetie. I'm sure of it. Look at you. Look at you. Hi there. I'm your daddy, sweetheart. Daddy. You're going to need a name, aren't you? Your mother and I have been talking. What do you think about...
Okay. I am Ben talking.
That's a good name, don't you think? Fits you perfectly. Looks like they've finished the gene projection. Let's see what you'll look like when you're all grown up.
Okay, this is our character, Ben talking. She's a little bit off, as you can see. There's something off about her. It's just that you can't really put your finger on it. She's in the uncanny valley of Fallout 3 characters. Let's continue.
You're going to look a lot like your dad.
I doubt
See that, Catherine?
Oh.
So I am the least charismatic person in the world. So I'm sure you just got done watching a speedy time lapse of me getting out of that vault. Apparently the mod that I installed did not do crap. I should have probably looked at how to properly install it instead of just picking the add to Nexus mod manager thing, but who cares? So yeah. And with that, we're finally ready to start Fallout 3 properly. And then, wow, here I am in the world of Fallout 3. And that indicates our first level up. I'm going to get my explosives up to 25, my medicine up to 35, my science up to 25, my speech up to 22, my sneak, actually, I did not mean to get that one up, my speech up to 12. And then I'm going to take Black Widow, because most of the enemies in this game are in fact males. So, Fallout 3 is not the best looking game, so I have installed some graphical enhancements. I am currently running the Blackout EMB. And a number of other improvements in the graphics, the textures, all that. So there doesn't appear to be any actual caravan outside of here. Normally there is from my playthroughs, but I got it last time, but it doesn't appear that I'm going to get it this time.
Have your yourself a nice visit, partner.
So this is Megaton proper. This is where you're going to be able to find your dad.
101. I ain't seen one of those jumpsuits in a long time. Name's Lucas Sims, town sheriff, and mayor too, when the need arises. I don't know why, but I like you, girl. Something tells me you're all right. So welcome to Megaton. Just holla if you need something.
Okay.
Friendly and well-mannered. I think we're gonna get along just fine. You treat my people nice, and you're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. I'm glad we understand each other. Now, is there something I can help you with? Nope. Sorry. I got enough fires to put out in this place that I don't have time to keep tabs on every visitor. I'd ask around town.
Megaton is the first town that you encounter in this game. It's mostly uninteresting, well, compared to the other towns, that is, but it does look good, especially with some modifications. This is not traditionally beautiful, but I believe that it serves its purpose. So first, we're going to head up to Moriarty Saloon. Now, Moriarty is going to be the dispenser of information to help us find our dad, because for some reason, his dad and Moriarty, my dad and Moriarty, are friends of some sort. So,
Come on, you piece of junk. Every day it's the same damn thing.
you can see
I
Burke
told you, Gob, it ain't the
beckoning
radio.
me over there.
The Enclave station comes in fine. It's Galaxy News. Their signal's been shit lately.
Come on.
Colin Moriarty.
So, there's Moriarty
Welcome to
himself.
Moriarty's.
Normally you
My
talk
saloon,
to
my
the other
home,
people in the
my
saloon,
slice of
considering
heaven,
that
backwoods
he is
to
not in the
You
beginning
got the caps.
of the
I've
saloon.
got your pleasure. Please sit down, make yourself comfortable. Your
But
troubles
yeah.
are a thing of the past. My God, it's you. The little baby girl, all grown up. Persistent little flower, ain't you? Then and now, it would seem. It's been a long time, kid. Oh, your daddy passed through here, all right. Here and gone. Got what he came for and then left. I'm assuming you'll do the same, correct? You seem like a nice kid, so I'm going to be straight with you. Your dad was here, and now he's not. And yes, I know where he went. But what you're asking me for is information, and information is a commodity. Let's say 100 cops, and Daddy's location is yours. Very reasonable. All right, kid. Let me help you out. You know, for all time's sake. If you don't
How do you know what
for the
caps are?
information, then maybe you could do a little.
How do you know you don't
favor.
have 100 of them? You are from a vault, so this information would not be made clear to you.
Eager, eh? Good. I like that. It's nice to have a doer in this shithole of a town for a change. This junky bitch named Silver borrowed quite a few caps from me. Claimed she could start funneling Jet and Psycho to me for a good price. Problem is, she scrammed with the loot and set herself up in Springvale so she can inject herself into a stupor. Get the caps she owes me and they're yours. Yours to pay me with, anyway.
Okay.
Careful in DC now. Those super mutants can be a prickly bunch.
Wait,
So,
is that? Damn it.
You just leave that fucking thing alone. You want something?
so that was the information that we would get from Moriarty. I believe that you can pass a speech check, I'm not really sure. But I don't really bother with those anyway because my speech is not a very high level. So we're going to head down to Springvale. That was one of the first towns that we passed through. We opened the mailbox there to get some supplies that will prove useful to us later in the game. But before we go to Springvale, I'm going to go around Megaton to see if we can find a sniper rifle. If you don't know, there is a tree formation that marks out a very useful rock.
Thirsty, hard, right,
gonna see if I can find it here. Of course, I'm not really Jesus, so I do have problems finding things sometimes. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, so. Okay. What I need. I'm not sure what this is. I think that is it. Yes, it is. So, you get some stim packs, a stealth boy, and most importantly, a sniper rifle with 10 rounds attached to its name. That will be useful later when we find a sniper rifle to repair this sniper rifle, so that we don't get stuck with a low condition sniper rifle. I've said sniper rifle way too many times now. Okay. So we're just going to follow the objective marker over to Springvale. Springvale is a mostly uneventful place. There's not many things that you can do there, and is basically only used as quest fodder for Moriarty. I believe that I'm going to speed through this walk to Springvale over to Silver's place, because to be honest with you, it is quite boring. There's a random kind of here, walking down Springvale, and I got it last time I was going to play through this. Basically, there's a elevator, and you have a very powerful 3 gun shot on it, which was very useful when I went down to the super group. But it doesn't appear that he's very much. This is the house Silver is in.
Who the hell are you? Where'd you come from? Did Moriarty send you? That bastard. He's a liar. He just wants me dead. Those caps are all mine. I earned them. Look, I used to work for that slob, doing, you know, favors for guys. Well, I got sick and tired of it. I told Moriarty I'm taking my share of the caps and leaving. I even slept with the pig to seal the deal. Next morning he tells me I couldn't leave. So I bolted. I took my money and ran. Now he's branded me a thief and a junkie and sent his cronies to find me. I guess I need a new hiding place.
One Uncle, one America, now and forever. So remember.
You do that for me? I never expected anyone to care enough. Here you go. Thanks, kid. You're all right.
Okay, so you get 300 bottle caps out of that exchange. I believe that if you pass the speech check, you do in fact get 400 or 500. I'm not exactly sure. But when I passed the speech check, I went back to Megaton. Moriarty told me, "Oi mate, I need 100 caps." So it pretty much negates the positive aspects of that speech check. Plus, you don't learn anything about Silver. So that's why I opted to listen to her, because it's honestly very interesting hearing her speak. So I'd like to say that I haven't played Fallout 76. However, I don't plan on doing so, because I have heard that it is quite a bad game. And at its current price, I'm not going to get it. Maybe if it goes down to like 20 bucks in the future, maybe I'll play it. But there doesn't appear to be any sort of incentive for me to get it past that.
Like that.
What's it to be? A few caps to find out where your father went? Or are you going to have a go of it on your own? Well, the Wasteland can be such an unforgiving place. Good. I hope she got what she deserved. You took care of our little lost lamb, eh? I knew I could count on you. How about you just hand over 100 caps and we'll call it even? How can you be so rude when I'm... Your dad came through here all right. Didn't stay long, though. Said he had some important business to attend to and headed off to the city. Something to do with Galaxy News Radio. Guess that'd be the place for you to start. Good hunting, and thanks for the caps.
Okay. That is Galaxy News
with bated breath.
Radio. You learn information about such a place. Mr. Burke is still going to try and motion me over, but of course I'm not going to take him up on his offer because I find it to be a little bit sadistic.
I don't recognize you. New in town or something?
So this is Lucy
I
West.
hope by something to do you mean a job. Otherwise you want to talk with Nova. I'm looking for someone to make a delivery. Interested? Great. I'd like you to deliver this message to my family in the Arafu settlement. I haven't heard from them in months, and I'm worried. As soon as you get there, talk to Davis West. He'll be glad to pay you for the trip.
So she gives you the quest Blood Ties.
Hey, thanks again for doing this for me. It means a lot.
As she described, you're going to go down to Arafu and attempt to give some people a letter. However, you will find that they are a little bit more dead than she expected.
God bless the USA.
Before I go main questing, before I do Blood Ties, the first quest I always do in Fallout 3 is a Craterside Supply quest line, which in turn is the Wasteland Survival Guide quest line. This quest is great for starting out the game with, because it provides you with a good steady amount of resources as well as discovering locations on the map that you might be able to use later.
Got something to sell? Hey, I hear you're that stray from the vault. I haven't seen one of you for years. Good to meet you. I'm Moira Brown. I run Craterside Supply. But what I really do is mostly tinkering and research. Say, I'm working on a book about the Wasteland. It'd be great to have the foreword by a vault dweller. Help me out, would you? Great. Just tell me what it's like to live underground all your life, or to come outside for the first time, or whatever strikes your fancy.
What you'll notice about this is that Moira's initial reaction to you is very similar to Piper in Fallout 4. So it's very easy to see where Bethesda gets their ideas from their previous games.
A runaway dad, huh? I've seen plenty of them before, but none with a big 101 on their back. Good luck finding him. Maybe the armored vault suit will help you out there, huh? That'll be good for the book. In fact, want to help me with the research? I can pay you, and it'll be fun. Well, it's a dangerous place out there in the wastes, right? People could really use a compilation of good advice, like a Wasteland Survival Guide. For that, I need an assistant to test my theories. I wouldn't want anyone to get hurt because of a mistake. Nobody's ever happy when that happens. No, then they just yell a lot at me with mean words. Good enthusiasm! Now, I think the first chapter will have to be about surviving day-to-day dangers. Things like where it is and isn't safe to find food, the dangers of radiation, and how to avoid and even profit from dangerous landmines. Ooh, sounds like fun, doesn't it? Which do you want to do first? Well, food and medicine. Everyone needs them once in a while, right? So they need a good place to find them.
Huh.
There's an old super-duper mart not far from here. I need to know if a place like that still has any food or medicine left in it.
Sneeze never came.
Oh, great! Food is most important, but see if you can get medicine, too. And if there's nothing to find, then just come back in one piece, okay?
Okay, that is the first quest that we get that I'm going to do in Fallout 3. So we're just going to want to walk over to the Super Duper Mart. It's not that far of a trek away, but it is going to be a little farther than Springvale. So I'm probably just going to speed through this. It's going to give you a little more defense than the security armor. Your security armor is 3 armor, because you will not get any sort of head protection from the vault suit. There's the enemy. So we're approaching the Super Duper Mart, and there are a couple random encounters that can happen when you get close to this market. The most common ones I find are the ones with enemies, but of course, if we get a different one, that will always be fine. As I approach the Super Duper Mart, I appear to have gotten a Chinese radio signal, so I wonder if that relates to the random encounter that we're about to see. First of all, I should listen to it. Just appears to be a little bit of a... Yep. It's related to a random encounter. This is a good one to get because it provides you with some 10mm rounds. The Chinese pistols aren't much of a godsend, however, but you do get a blade. So that's pretty funny. I enjoy that random encounter. Here are some raiders that we're going to gun down. They're fighting the iBots, of course, because they're smart. The raiders give very bad weapons, however, you can sell those later for money. And they have some pretty decent gear that you will probably want to wear once your armored vault suit goes out on you. These vending machines always seem to have something in them, so I always search for them. I can't say the same about the garbage cans. So I like to approach the mart from this entrance and then immediately sneak, because then the food will be an easy access right here. As long as no one sees me, should be good. So the food is in this fridge. If you just wanted to grab that and then leave, you could. However, I am going to try for the medicine, which means that I'm going to have to engage in some sort of combative aspect of the game. This is the first laser pistol that you're likely to encounter in the game. It is going to be very, very low in terms of C and D, in terms of condition, but you can repair it a little bit. It isn't any better as your 10mm pistol at this point. However, if you repair it a good bit, it does become better in the long run. So I'm gonna see how long I can just sneak around here for. They aren't completely oblivious, and my sneak isn't that high level. I'm wondering if I can just get through this entire section using stealth. Could have triggered the caution on this raider here. Just gonna try and shoot him in the head. Okay. That was a good sneak attack. I'm not sure if that... Nope, no one heard or cared about that raider, apparently. I'm gonna see if I can grab any of his stuff. There does appear to be some suspicion raised by me coming over here. I don't know who was suspicious, but there definitely is some suspicion. But I am back in hiding. So I'm just trying to see how many people I can pick off. Not that many, apparently. VATS is overpowered in this game, mainly because it it actually shields you from damage a lot more than the later iterations. I'm over encumbered, so I'm going to repair this blast armor master or whatever. So you can pretty much just tank damage in vats, which is a very fun mechanic. And it's probably going to be a mechanic that you use throughout the entire game if you're playing unmodded. Because as you know, without mods, the gunplay in this game is absolute trash. So my Raider Blast Master armor is already about as good as my armored vault suit. However, I'm not going to use it because I find it to be more appealing to be in this vault suit for as long as possible. There is a lot of useful stuff in here. So there is a key somewhere around the for this order on how I don't feel like getting it. So I'm just going to guess here. I'm going to probably see this process if I don't get this one. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna have to go and find the key. I didn't realize how many tries I had left. Most of the hard raiders appear to have been destroyed already, though, so I think I'm going to be good in terms of that. Yeah, it's in there. That wasn't even that hard of a find, to be honest with you. I shouldn't have picked that up, but who cares. That was the first broken lockpick of the game, boys. I'm gonna see if I'm... Yeah, they don't really sell well unless they're repaired. The utility jumpsuits have... Yeah, they have a purpose. I'm just seeing if I can drop any of this stuff. I can repair this. Okay, now it should be good. I will unload a lot of the stuff that I have when I get back to Megaton, because I don't really need it. There's another useful room. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop some stuff. I don't think I will ever be able to use this again. So I'm gonna repair that to its full capacity and then drop one. And then here is the medicine. Moira's pretty cool. She allows you to keep the stuff that you found in the Super Duper Mart. So it's always a good idea to grab the medicine, because stim packs are a little hard to find in this game. Nuka-Cola Quantum will be useful later when we complete the quest for the weird Nuka-Cola lady. I'm not sure if regular Nuka-Cola is useful, but, you know, just grab it, because I can. Okay. And we can unlock this, but it won't really be of much use to it.
Somebody open up the... Hang on. Something ain't right here.
So yeah, the announcer, he'll come back on and then he'll put some new Goonies in there. I went the wrong way, I think. I hope I did. Yeah, I did. We'll send out some new Goonies for you to deal with. These raiders are a little bit harder to deal with than the previous ones, but other than that, they shouldn't prove much of a threat. I'm gonna take that, but it's gonna weigh me down a lot. Okay. You should grab the pre-war money from these cash registers, because it can be sold and it literally weighs nothing. Okay. I'm pretty sure that means I am out of combat. Going to get my repair up to 40 and my lockpick up to 35. My speech up to 20. And that should be it. I still need to assign 1 skill point, so I'll put in Snake. I'm just trying to Swift Learner. That should be it. So we have accomplished what we have needed to accomplish in the Super Duper Mart, which means that we can now just leave. Okay, and then we're going to fast travel for Megaton for sake of brevity. I'm gonna head back to Mora, complete the Super Duper Mart part of the Wasteland Survival Guide, sell some of my stuff to her, and then that should be the end of this episode.
So, how's the scabbing been? Got the food medicine from that Super Duper Mart? Really? You did? You did! Well, all right. Tell me all about it. So you're saying that they acquired a well-protected stash? I wonder how many other places are hiding treasures behind monsters. Well, keep what you got. Just traded for a big food shipment myself. Here, take a bit, my treat. Tastes kinda great after a while. Oh, and take this. It's an old food sanitizer. Just carry it with you, and it should automatically make most food and drink more, better. Well, okay. If you feel you really need one.
Okay. You get the food sanitizer. I'm not exactly sure what that does, but I know that you get it when you get the medicine from a Super Duper Mart.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just going to sell off, first of all, my MISC. You don't need pretty much any of the stuff in the MISC. That's what I've learned throughout the years. And accept. I now have 313 caps. And
good hunting.
Yeah. Now I am only weighed down not as much. I'm gonna repair some of my stuff so that my weight goes down even further. That is actually how you lose weight in real life, by the way. And then after that, I should be good. So, thank you for watching my first episode of my Fallout 3 playthrough. I was hoping I would be able to skip the intro, but that didn't seem to happen. Other than that, This has been a pretty smooth playthrough, no deaths as I can remember. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.